Ciao a tutti, qui su Palmen di Motorradsport, oggi Smilla Göttlich.
Hello.
Storie interessanti, interviste accattivanti, opinioni non richieste, piloti e team dimenticati, giovani talenti, sponsor un po' strani. Palmen, Palmen, il Motorradsport. Palmen, Palmen, il Motorradsport.
So, how are you?
I'm very good.
You're racing in the ADAC Junior Cup this year, and how's it going?
So far, it's going pretty good. We had already had the first weekend in Oschersleben. I managed to get P1 in the first race and P2 in the second race. And now we are here at Autodromos. We already had the qualifying one. I was able to get pole position. Today we have the first race of the second weekend, and I will see how it's going.
Yes, so you're showing already good speed. Also in 2024 you were in the front. What's your goal for this season?
Of course, everyone wants to win, but my goal is to be at least in the first two positions. I mean, of course, my goal is to be champion, but it's only the second weekend, so a lot of things can happen. So we will see.
And this year you also raced in Italian Pre-Moto3 Championship, and we'll also talk about the project we are involved in. But what can you tell us about your races in Italy?
Well, it was, let's say, pretty difficult. Of course, it was a new bike for me, new track. Misano, we managed to find out a lot of things about the bike, how we put the setup and everything. And in Mugello, the training and qualifying went pretty good. I was able to get P14 and P11, but in the races, I didn't have a lot of luck. In the first race, I crashed after a really bad start. In the second race, so in the Superpole, I had to come into the pit lane because we had a lot of problems with the front. In the third, so in the second race, we wanted to try to push, but then we had some problems at the start and I had to start from pit lane, so also pretty difficult.
Difficult, yeah, but still was good experience for the future. Now, Smilla, I want you to go back to the very start of your racing career as a motorcycle racer. Where does your passion for motorcycle racing come from? And if you can tell us as well about your first season as a motorcycle racer.
I always wanted to ride because my brother also was riding, because also my grandpa, he was a sidecar driver, and then my brother started, and then after that I wanted to ride because I basically grew up on the racetrack. And I think the first time I rode a motorcycle was when I was about 2.5 or 3. And I think I did my first race when I was 5 or 6.
Which results did you achieve during your first seasons, like in a mini moto and mini GP?
In the mini moto championship I got P5 in the end result or something. Then one season I was really bad. I was, I think, in P12 or 13 in the end result. Then the next year I was vice champion of German championship. Then in the mini GP I also did second place in the end championship, and I did a few races in the 190 series, but after I think about 3 races we stopped in the 190 and went to the Junior Cup.
2024 went quite well for you, right?
Yes, unfortunately, because of the age limit, I couldn't do the first race of the Junior Cup Championship. But then I had my first race in the second round. It was my first qualifying. I qualified P5, so that was pretty fine, let's say. Then the first race came. My goal was just to try to go a few laps with the front group. At the end, I was able to get the victory in my first race on the big track. And then all throughout the season, I was able to get, I think, about 5 podiums and finish P3 in the end championship. even though I didn't do the first round. So it was pretty good. And this year we try to do better and try to go for P1 or P2 in the championship.
What's your goal for the future?
Well, at the moment it's, let's say, difficult because we don't really know. Maybe we do the Northern Italian Cup or something else, we don't know yet. We figure it out throughout the season.
You want to get to MotoGP?
Yeah, that's the goal, but it will be difficult, but we will try.
We'll try, and you're also involved in a project that has something to do with MotoGP because they were sponsoring a team in Moto 3 World Championship, and now they're still working there somehow. Which is Angelus, the project run by Aurora Angelucci for women in motorcycle racing. You've been involved in this as well. Tell us also what it means for you to be part of Angelus.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, you know, when you know that you are getting recognized by people who already have a name in motorsport, and it's a good feeling, and also in the head that you know that you have support from a lot of good people who know what they are doing, and yeah, it's a good feeling.
And now, about women in motorcycle racing. Some things have happened in the last years, also the creation of the World WCR. First of all, personally, would you prefer to race against guys or also racing against other girls and women, like in World WCR, would be okay for you?
Here also in the Junior Cup, there are my two other girls, so I only race against guys, but it's a good feeling because I know that I'm competitive and I know that I can ride with them, but I think for me the goal is to stay just in classes where it's mixed, but also the Women Championship, the World Championship, it would be a possibility, but the age is a problem, the age limit.
Yes, because you need to be 18
Yes.
to race in World WCR. Okay, so you keep your door open also
Yeah.
to race in women's circuit racing World Championship, but you want to race mainly against other guys.
Yes.
Also, how do you see the situation of women in motorcycle racing?
Well, of course, the last years they got more recognition, and you know, you have the European Championship, you have the World Championship for the women, so it's good that you see a step, they go in the right direction, but I think there's still a bit more space up because you have a lot more classes that are mixed or only boys right there, so it's good that they get recognition, but I think there still is a bit to work on, but they're doing a good job.
How do you spend your time also when you're not at the racetrack?
Well, school, unfortunately, but when we don't race, then just me and my brother, we go to the fitness studio, and yeah, we just do sport to get fit, to keep fit over the season.
And what are your other passions apart from motorcycle racing?
Well, a few years ago I did weightlifting, but I stopped that because my focus was more on motorsport. Sometimes I do mountain bike, but not so often because the risk is too high to get injured.
Yes, yeah, it's quite a risky sport as well. Or even outside motorcycle racing, your focus is mainly on sport.
Yes.
And in conclusion, Smilla, the thank you moment. Who you want to say thank you to for being where you are and also what you achieved so far and you will achieve in the future?
Well, first of all, to my parents. I mean, they do everything for me. Then I think without them, I wouldn't be able to ride. And also to Angelus for the years I've been to the team already. For the support and just to all the people who support me and my friends and my family who come to the racetrack to support me. I'm really thankful for them.
A family focused on racing with you and also with your brother Lennart Göttlich, who is racing now in sidecar and also in other categories. And lots of support that is important for you to continue racing in this sport. From your family, from Angelus, from your sponsors, from everyone. And me, Smilla, I thank you for the time that you've given to me for this interview, and I wish you all the best for this season and your future.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.